They want to be part of the video.
They do.
They want to be famous.
Well, Scott and Bill have come again to help us taste things, and because of the time of the year, I decided to do something very different. And what we have on our plates in front of us are 5 different kinds of pumpkin. And, you know, pumpkin is not something we grow here. I thought that most of the pumpkins that were sold in Florida came from like North Carolina, and apparently this particular batch came from New Mexico. And what I'm helping this organization out by composting their pumpkins, and I found I chop them up, and because that helps them decompose more quickly, and I found out very quickly that what is not saleable is not necessarily not edible. And there's always a lot of good looking flesh to the pumpkins, and so I thought, well, what the heck? We've got 2 guinea pigs. We'll cook it up and see what you think, because the pumpkins, it's a fascinating thing. It's been cultivated for possibly 9,000 years, and native from Peru to southwestern the U.S. And we have the jack-o'-lantern pumpkin, which is one of these, and that became a thing apparently in Ireland. They started doing the carving of pumpkins. But then, we have other related melons. Well, it's, squash, but, all in the same family. And each of them has a different color outside and sometimes a different color inside. So, we have the green-skinned. We have, looks like the regular jack-o'-lantern. No, this one is. This is the jack-o'-lantern. Anyway, they're all in this particular order. So you have to taste and remember.
Oh boy.
So anyway, let's go with this one for you. This is going to be the jack-o'-lantern. Yes.
Okay.
So let's go with that one and see what you think. This has got nothing done to it except for cooking. Mm-hmm. How I like to prepare winter squash is to cut it up and broil it with, or not broil it, roast it with olive oil and rosemary and salt and pepper. So anyway, this is, sort of just one ingredient, but there should be some sort of difference. This is seems a little bit undercooked, but I was running out of time last night. So you gotta just sort of go with it. One of the things that I noticed with cutting it up and also with eating it now is that there are like fibers of flesh. I mean, it's not like hard to chew or anything, but it's like a whole bunch of little noodles stuck together.
It's like a spaghetti squash.
Yeah.
It's very similar to that. I like that consistency. I like the fact that it's got some chew to it. And it's exactly like spaghetti squash.
Yeah. You could use it as a pasta.
Yeah. It seems fairly bland to me.
Yeah. Fairly neutral.
Yeah. Possibly a little bit of sweetness, but not very much. And I find when you roast things, they tend to get sweeter. Yeah. So, if it were cooked more, maybe it would be.
It must be good because I ate it all.
So, next let's go with this. I don't know if we call it variegated or mottled or what. But this, was orange and like cream color on the outside, and at least when I cut it open, it was noticeably green. It seems greener than all the other ones, flesh-wise. And this one is cooked.
Yeah, and it's got sweetness. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot squashier.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how else do you describe that. It tastes more like a squash than the last one did. The last one was incredibly mild.
This one actually packs some flavor.
Yeah, and much smoother consistency, not
Yeah.
just because of being cooked properly, but also I think the jack-o'-lantern pumpkin is just more noodle-like.
Yeah, I think it's got more fiber.
That would have been nice though, had it been cooked more. The first one.
Yep.
Yeah, we probably have a piece that's cooked more in there.
It was still really nice. I actually I like that consistency a lot. It's usable.
Okay, so we have two very similar ones, and we're just going to go clockwise here on the thing. But we have a light orange and a dark orange, and the colors. This is the light orange squash, which is like this here. That's a monster. Is what it was. But of course, there's a lot more meat on this than the jack-o'-lantern. Oops, wait a minute, jack-o'-lantern is this one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, big
This
difference.
is real squashy.
Yeah, very squashy. Really nice though. It's a good flavor. This actually doesn't need much. I mean, some salt would be nice, but it doesn't need it. Whereas with the jack-o'-lantern, you'd want some salt.
Even
nutmeg. Yeah, that would be nice too.
This reminds me a lot of butternut squash.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it does. Yeah, put some brown sugar and butter on the inside of it. Yum.
So, throw in a fun fact. Number one pumpkin producing state in the U.S. Any guess?
No idea.
Illinois.
No kidding.
Really?
Yeah, they grow pie pumpkins. So the pie pumpkins, of course, are like solid. They don't have this big hollow core that the jack-o'-lantern ones do. But yeah, that's
I had no idea.
and there's states that there's very few states that produce most all the pumpkins in the U.S. And where they're grown, most is when they, the areas that have the highest yield. And those areas, you can get 30,000 pounds of pumpkins per acre.
Wow. Good Lord.
So it's like, I have successfully grown one, and so that would be 5 pounds per acre.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't find that pumpkins are good. It's probably just me.
No,
I don't have a lot of experience with them.
It's whitefly and aphids are a big problem.
Whitefly.
But I noticed that they're doing experiments and trying to figure out how to make it possible to grow pumpkins in Florida. And of course, they're never going to compete with New Mexico and Illinois and stuff.
I don't think so. No.
Because of the aphids and whiteflies and storms coming in and that kind of thing. But you have to plant the seeds in July to get October harvest. And July is pretty brutal in Florida.
Yeah.
And so they can't use black plastic for a weed barrier. They have to use white plastic. And so then they have to all the workers have to wear sunscreen and sunglasses because of the reflection. And then, they spray and all this kind of stuff. And
is it worth it?
well, the only thing, possibly the only way that it's worth it is for the come pick your own, out of, choose yours out of the pumpkin patch instead of, like having it grown shipped to you.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought it was interesting that they're trying to figure that out because,
I mean, you would think if
they're
other
never going to
states-
get 30,000 pounds in Florida.
I was going to say, and if other states are, it seems kind of redundant.
Eats up a lot of property.
Yeah, it's like watermelons. I mean, you do one. That's enough.
I was going to say something like Maine or New Hampshire for a lot of property.
Yeah.
But I guess Illinois is a big state.
Yeah, it is. But who would have thought?
So here we go. Let's go for green
All
skin.
right, green skin.
That's the name of the pumpkin, greenskin? Oh,
Here at
made it
Truly
up?
Tropical, I have no idea. We have our
I like this one.
Yeah, this is my favorite so far, and by far.
horse is fully cooked, so
No, it just has a really
that's a plus.
has a really nice flavor. This reminds me a lot of an acorn squash.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Except for it's not as hard to deal with. The acorn
yeah, they're
squash is
horrible.
like,
Yeah.
get the power saw out.
Yeah. That's absolutely true.
Yeah, and of course, most of these pumpkins or winter squash are just used for decoration, and
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
too bad.
Why not cook it?
Yeah.
Try it.
That one's a good food. I would actually buy that one. Put that with some butter. Very tasty. Maybe some cheese.
We'll add butter to cheese just about
Why not?
anything.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you're already over the edge. So.
How about a nice pumpkin pie?
Yeah, that would work too. With
Breads.
butter and cheese.
Mix them all together, roast them,
Yeah.
rosemary.
I like that.
Tasty, tasty.
If I had had more time and energy last night, we could be eating that
There's always tomorrow.
right. So we've got one left, and I think it's going to be very similar to this other one, but it's the dark skin, dark orange.
I think it is.
Yeah. So, never know until you try. So, cooked them both up.
This has more of like a carroty kind of flavor to it than the other one did. A little bit more vegetable
With a little
than
bit.
the other one.
That's the closest I could have seen to it.
Yeah.
Tart.
Yeah. The first one, for those of us who didn't finish, we're being them up to the doctor.
Yeah,
You
I'm
are a
sorry
member of
about
the
that.
Clean Plate Club. Yeah, that was always important to my father.
Yeah, mine too.
Certified member of the Clean Plate Club.
Yep. Yeah. I want to go to bed at some point. We weren't allowed to do that. We should bring it late.
Yeah, I think that the first one, the lighter skinned one, is a little bit sweeter than this one, and it could be just the level of ripeness or
Yeah.
the level of cooking,
Or both.
or both. Yeah.
Yeah, we're both. It's about pumpkin.
You love them.
Can he have pumpkin or is that?
Yeah, yeah, they-
Now that I've given him half the pumpkin, it's a bit posthumous, but
Yeah, they are fans.
yeah.
Of course, sometimes if you are enjoying it, they would probably eat cardboard and so
yeah, survey says.
yeah, survey says, pumpkins are not just for decoration. You can definitely try them, and when I was thinking about it the other day, and what you pay for a butternut squash in the store is amazing per pound.
Yeah.
And the pumpkins go by size and are a lot cheaper. And, why not eat a pumpkin? Mix
No
it up
reason
a
not
little
to.
bit.
No reason not to.
That's the first
They're
one
delicious.
I've ever eaten.
Ever.
Straight.
Wow. Good though.
Well, next
There.
time you come, I'm going to try and have roasted winter squash available.
Sounds
And
good.
so,
Ooh, yeah.
I like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you, Bill Scott.
Thank
Always
you.
a pleasure, and
Thank you for having me.
I'm glad that we were part of a first-time experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. I had no idea.
You didn't realize when you came for a tasting table that you would be eating squash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna have to go get some white plastic.
It is a
some
fruit,
sunscreen.
Technically, it's a fruit.
It is
so,
a fruit.
we were
It's within your scope.
Yeah. So